So I'm going to cook a mild toddler curry now. So this is a chicken curry. So just turn the heat on underneath my saucepan. I'm going to add about half a tablespoon of rapeseed oil.
So rapeseed oil is a really healthy oil to be cooking with because it's lower in saturated fat, and it also has really great omega-3 in it.
And it's really good to cook with because it burns at a higher temperature than olive oil or sunflower oil. So to my rapeseed oil I'm going to add an onion. So I have an onion here and I've just roughly chopped it. So to the onion I'm going to add 1 clove of garlic. I've grated the garlic, but you could just finely chop it. So stir the onion and the garlic around in the rapeseed oil and let that cook for about 5 minutes. So you want the onion to soften but not to colour. Once it colours, it starts tasting bitter. So if it starts to brown too early, just turn down your heat a bit or add a little splash more oil. Okay, so I have 3 chicken breasts here, which I've just cubed. Pop them in with the onion and the garlic. Turn up your heat slightly.
So the chicken is a really good source of protein, which is important to include for healthy muscle growth and also healthy bone growth. So you need to include 2 portions of protein-rich foods in your toddler's diet every day. So that's like chicken, red meat, or peas, or beans, or lentils.
And in with the chicken I'm going to add a carrot, which I've grated.
Yeah. So that adds a source of vitamin A, which is important for their healthy vision and healthy skin as well.
So at this stage you just want to cook it until the chicken is white all over. Okay, so once the chicken is white on all sides, you can add in your spices. Okay, so I have 3 spices that I'm going to add. This is a teaspoon of cumin, a teaspoon of turmeric, and a teaspoon of mixed spice. I'm just going to stir them around with the chicken and cook this then for about 3 or 4 minutes.
So the curry is a really good one-pot meal for all the family, but if you liked it a little bit hotter, say, than the toddlers do, you could always just take out a portion for them and then add some extra spice or chilli. Would you usually do that?
Yeah, I would, yeah. Although we do love this as it is. Okay, so you need to cook out the spices a small bit. And once you've done that, add a tin of coconut milk. And then to that I'm adding a low salt stock cube.
Yeah, so making the sauce like this from scratch yourself means you have a lot more control over what's gone into it. Like packet sauces and jars of sauces, they can sometimes be a bit high in salt, and salt is something you really have to watch out for in your toddler's diet, because you really have to keep their intake below 2 grams per day, whereas for an adult it's 6 grams, so it's a lot less for their diet.
Okay, so that's all the ingredients there now. I'm just going to let that simmer for about 20 minutes and then it's ready. Okay, so the curry has been cooking now for 20 minutes, so it's ready to serve.
So we're serving this with white rice today, but you could also use a mix of white and brown rice if you had time for with some meals.
And there's also pouches of rice that you can put in the microwave. They only take 2 minutes and they're really good for, if you're time poor.
Yeah, so they're the mix of white and brown ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, so adding in the extra bit of brown rice, it boosts the fibre intake a little bit, but too much fibre can be a bit filling for their little tummies.
Okay.
So the mix is really good.
Okay. So this curry would serve 2 adults and 2 children.
And for toddlers, a portion size of this meal would be about 4 dessert spoons of the rice and about 3 dessert spoons of the curry.